rapper.
Devious and grown money, nickel truth behind. The truth behind. They know I got the truth. They know I got it. The truth they say behind. They know I got the truth. They know I got it. The truth behind. They know I got the truth. They know I got it. The truth they say they know I got the truth. They know I got it. It's the truth behind. They know I got the truth. It's the truth behind. Know I got the truth. So every day, when I walk up out my house, I put the truth to use. I use it as my noose to tie around their neck to get my respect. Yeah, look at my views now, yeah, they going up. Sure enough, it's the truth. You niggas think you tough, you niggas not buff, because this is my channel and I demand. So I hand it every way that I want to, and I'ma handle it the way that I wanna do. It's the truth behind, nigga, we the new news. We the new news, cause it's the truth behind. And I'm just conscious right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could walk around telling lies and shit like that, but it seems to be the truth that best with someone who's so devious. Truth behind. They know I got the truth. They know I got it. The truth they say they know I got the truth. They know I got it. The truth behind. They know I got the truth. They know I got it. The truth they say they know I got the truth. They know I got it. It's the truth behind. They know I got the truth. It's the truth behind. Know I got the truth.
Yo, how is everybody doing today, this morning? I'm sending out good vibrations to everybody. But today's truth behind is about Tupac and hip hop and consciousness. So y'all have to excuse me, I'm blazing and I'm on my way to the crib. Just dropped my kitties off. So let's get into this morning. What is Tupac consciousness? Tupac consciousness is people who are living, who feel like after the birth of Tupac, they have to have a Tupac consciousness, meaning they're carrying some of Tupac's principles. You get what I'm saying? That is the Tupac consciousness, or the Machiavellic consciousness, which thus makes these people now Machiavellianites. Yes, hip-hop is a religion. I'll explain. A religious only means to repeat something, repetitive, repeat. That's what it means to be religious. So, if every day you wake up and you listen to hip-hop, you listen to rap, you are religiously listening to hip-hop. You are religiously listening to rap. Do you get it? Okay. Because anytime you repeat something over and over and over and over again, you're doing it religiously. Do you understand that? Because there's a such thing called a Christ consciousness. Now, what is the Christ consciousness? Those are Christians, who walk around believing in the same principles as Jesus Christ, their Messiah. So, I said they are the new Machiavellianites are walking around with a Tupac consciousness. They are walking around and grounding themselves on the same principles as Tupac, thus making him the Messiah, because he was conscious. Thus making him hip-hop's Messiah. You get what I'm saying? Because hip-hop, again, is a religion. Now, these things that I'm telling you are things that are not, they're not going to say these things now, that hip-hop is a religion. It's not, everybody doesn't know that now, but in 100 years, just like in Jesus, when the Apostle Paul wrote Jesus's divinity, and you get what I'm saying? They will say the same thing of Tupac and his divinity in 100 years. It's only been 20 years since his death, and they're already talking about him being divine or the Messiah of hip hop. And he's only been dead 20 years. So imagine what the story will be on Tupac in 200 years. It'll be the same as Jesus. He will be the hip hop Messiah. They will be awaiting his return. His return will probably signal the beginning or the end of whatever the fuck we hearing. You get what I'm saying? That is the Tupac consciousness. Those people, and if they unite, they will be called Machiavellianites. That's the truth. I mean, the truth is really simple. Everyone comes together and has what's known of as a Tupac consciousness. That means everybody comes together and tries to live off the same principles that Pac lived in his life. You know, I ride on my enemies. You feel me? Swear I never call you bitch again. Shit like that. You wonder why I called you. You know what I'm saying? His records, you know? Because the reason why I started to talk about the Tupac consciousness is because of the biopic that just came out. You've got a lot of people who are disgruntled. You've got a lot of people who are upset. You've got a lot of people who don't like the new film. You've got a lot of people who do like the new film. You got a lot of people who love the new film. It's the same thing is when you're trying to do a story about the Bible and about Jesus. Some people like it, some people don't like it. See, and what it really is an East Coast, West Coast feeling, consciousness. See, the West Coast has one consciousness about Tupac, and the East Coast has another consciousness about Tupac. See, to the West Coast, Tupac was the boss of all bosses. He's the Don. He does no wrong. You get what I'm saying? He's their Messiah. He's Pac. You get what I mean? Now, to East Coast niggas like 50 Cent, like Nas, and like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like Jay, people like that from the east side of things, from the East Coast consciousness, where Biggie is, most people from the East Coast, Biggie is their Messiah. Okay? Biggie is the ultimate. When you go to talking about East Coast hip hop culture, Biggie is there, Don. They call him a Don. He's the, you know what I'm saying, the boss of all bosses. He's their Messiah. They'll wait on Biggie's return. Most hip hoppers from the East Coast, most hip hoppers. I can't say all, because some of them do view Tupac as the Messiah. You get what I'm saying? Some of West Coasters view Biggie as the Messiah. It really depends on your consciousness. Right? Right. So, basically, the East Coasters feel like Tupac was a more introspective artist, kind of, you get what I'm saying? More, you know what I mean? They more knew Pac at a younger, you know what I'm saying, Pac, and, you know, he was Juice Pac, and, you know what I'm saying, to East Coast, you get what I'm saying? He was nutty and just as crazy, you feel me? As the West Coast niggas make him, but again, that's their perception of Pac that's their consciousness of Pac compared to the West Coast consciousness. You feel me? So yeah, you're gonna get different views of the way these people feel about the film, always. Because they got different consciousness of Pac, but they're all correct. None of them are wrong, they all correct. You feel me? If you got a consciousness about Pac, then you correct. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your consciousness of Pac is correct. Because guess what? Nobody could tell you your view. No one can tell you. You get what I'm saying? Nobody can say what your view is of Pac. You get what I mean? What you heard Pac say is different than what I heard him say, even though we both heard him say the same. He was saying the same thing to both of us. Our interpretations of what he said is different. Why? Because of how we learn those words, how we learn how to spell, how we learn the meaning of these words are different than everybody else. Pac may have meant one thing when he said this shit. Me and you interpreted as two completely different other things. So now you got three interpretations of one interpretation. You feel me? Right. That's the consciousness. You have to be aware. And that's what being conscious is being awake, being aware of, you know what I'm saying? Of Tupac. If you're aware of him, you heard him, you listened to his message, whatever his message to you was, and you listen to him, that's your Tupac consciousness. Now, cause see me, I don't like to call myself anything. I'm me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's it. And you know, I am me. I'm, you know what I'm saying? Now, people have again, they're called Machiavellianites. And please, I want to set precedent to it because I am the one who originally is saying this shit. I ain't heard anybody say it yet. But anybody out there who believes in Tupac consciousness, that means you believe in Tupac's same principles. You live by him, you listen to his music, you loved him that much, you feel like, hey, Tupac is my brother. You are a Machiavellianite. Yes, you are. Like a Christian. Anybody who felt like Biggie was the Messiah, who felt like Biggie was the one. You are, I haven't thought of the name for them yet, but don't worry, it'll be there. You feel me? But they're all religions. You're listening to them religiously all the time. I really just wanted to talk about consciousness to you guys and about hip-hop consciousness, Tupac's consciousness, Biggie's consciousness. Because, see, eventually there'll be Jehovah consciousnesses walking around. You get what I'm saying? There are Eminem consciousnesses walking around. There are, you feel me? There are Young Thug consciousnesses. There are a lot of Lil Wayne consciousnesses walking around. Fucking Chief Keef, all of them motherfuckers. Them little whatevers they're all Lil Wayne consciousnesses just walking around. You get what I'm saying? People who have seen, heard Lil Wayne, got a message and took it and ran with it and got what they got out of it and took it and turned it into their own. You feel me? That's a consciousness that you're rolling with. Yeah, buddy. That's somebody who is aware or awake in something. Some people got a 50 Cent consciousness. Some people will have a devious truth behind consciousness. Some people, you get what I'm saying? Some people you'll have a mother consciousness. Some people will get a father consciousness. Sometimes when you don't get a father consciousness, you be fucked up. Sometimes when you don't get your mother consciousness, you be fucked up. Sometimes, you get what I'm saying? Consciousness. It's about the people. It's about what you see, what you hear. That's consciousness. If you keep repeating something over and over and over again, then guess what? You're gonna be what's-a-face. You're gonna be stuck in that reality. So be very careful about what you're listening to and what you're saying. Because you're putting yourself into a reality when you start using these words. That's all they're here for, is to put you into a reality. But see, that's a different truth. I could tell y'all about that too. About the words that you're using and how they fucking you up just because you're using their words. Oh yeah. See, the king and queen and Britain and all that shit, they smart. England and all that shit, they is smart hundreds of years ago. Like I told you, they debating on Tupac now because in hundreds of years there will be a Tupac consciousness, just like a Christ consciousness, and people view Christ as the one to have followed and take all his principles. They'll do the same with Tupac. You have heard it here first. There will be a Tupac consciousness. They will be called Machiavellianites. They will unite and be called Machiavellianites. You know, this is your boy Devious. And y'all can look me up on Instagram, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? The Truth Behind 60 Seconds. Shout out to all my motherfucking viewers, everybody who be listening to your boy, everybody who be watching me smoke, everybody. Like,